and changing the whole world.
Wow.
So now you only have 60 levels to go through, and you can choose to completely bypass so much content if you don't want to play it.
Huh.
Which is pretty much just like WoW now, which makes no sense to me. I think it's just they want to reinvent all the zones and stuff so they can have flying and have that silly little thing where it levels up with you. So you could be in the newbie zone and it's max level.
Huh.
I also think that it's because since high cap right now is 120, they don't want to get into I don't think they like the triple digits.
Probably not.
Come on, make it level 200.
Hey, I'm all for it.
Hey, I mean, technically, like Final Fantasy, they don't have a level cap.
But have you heard? I don't know, sweetie. Are they changing flight?
They have not admitted to it yet.
If those bastards change it, I will be very upset.
They're already breaking your heirlooms, and that's bad enough as it is.
They're breaking the heirlooms, and on top of that, I worked my ass off to get Flight and Draenor, Legion, and Battle for Azeroth. I mean,
that's why you're my taxi cab. That's why you have a two-person mount.
Exactly. I ground those friggin' things out. They damn well better not take that away from me and let everybody fly.
Too funny.
You know they're going to, right?
I know those little... They haven't said anything, but I bet you anything those fuckers are. I'm sorry. I'm going to use the worst language because that's how strongly I feel.
Because it did require her to grind hours and hours and hours to do it.
Not hours. Weeks, days, months.
Yeah, but that's the way those games work, is you bust your ass trying to be one of the first to get something.
I don't care about being the first.
We'll give it to everybody because the masses want it.
Fuckers.
Socialism at its best. Give me this or I won't play.
I earned those.
I've been playing Among Us.
Oh.
Mindless, little, no leveling, no nothing game. You haven't tried that yet?
So speaking of mini game, I noticed Janag ordered you roll Destiny points.
Yeah, he did.
Hold on,
because he noticed I cleared it earlier when him and I were the only ones on.
Yeah.
Well, it's no time like the present.
Yeah. Well,
especially when you're rolling dark side.
Right?
You can see my syncing was not responding, so it finally caught up.
So the heck I spent my experience points on last.
Oh, hey.
Yummy, yummy dark cookies.
Yeah, are you kidding me?
It's a complete dark side again.
You guys are going to get jacked.
That's fine.
This is like par for the
We have the worst friggin' luck with Destiny rolls.
Yep. I don't think it's just Destiny rolls. I'm beginning to think that Roll20 has shit for RNG.
Well,
I don't know. I know for a fact a Star Wars game that happened yesterday, it was really on the player side for the very get-go.
Yeah, it's this particular game channel.
Right?
Apparently, I hacked into the API script and made it do all negatives, That's totally a thing. And if it's not a thing, it should be a thing.
Right?
All right, so there we were outside of this hut thingy.
Yeah, we're trying to break into the
little bunker that you were there. So let's magically materialize the map back to where you were.
And we know that one guy was coming up the road, or possibly more, because there was an alarm set off or something.
Yep, there was the big blaring lights were flashed on, and it lit up the whole area. It's really funny stuff.
Yeah, good
Really,
times.
really funny stuff. So I do recall where we were last. Jannog had locked the doors, right?
No, I just sliced into the cameras. I hadn't done anything with the doors yet.
Yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are fairly certain that yes, the big lit up area that you're in now kind of blaringly screams something's going on over here, and that there's going to be backup coming.
What's the evening celebration, right? That's just normal.
Yeah, it's and you do know that inside there are 4 little hostages. That's the ones in the blue blouses with the red Flash Gordon shorts.
We don't shoot those.
And it looks like 4 of the separatists. That's why you see the little Imperial trooper guys looking like they got 2 little colored dots there to represent 2 of them in each square.
2.
Are there computer panels by them?
There is a computer panel right there by the door.
Would it be enough for me to arc it and maybe electrocute them, dude?
That would be a very,
I like the way he
very,
thinks.
very difficult attempt, since most computers are kind of designed exactly not to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, this isn't Star Trek where control panels start blowing up and exploding and shit.
What?
Who knew each one has a thermal detonator hidden underneath it for
Right.
dramatic effect?
Exactly. You never know when you gotta scrub a ship. You want it all to go at once.
It's not
mean,
a
if
John
Wrath of
Woo
Khan
film where
cuts-
everything blows up.
If Wrath of Khan taught us anything, it's starships are supposed to be built to self-destruct for exploration's sake.
Aren't they?
Right.
Yep.
Right.
What in the name of Christ did I spend my experience points on last session?
Probably you were talking about dual wielding or better lightsaber skill.
No, that was the session before, and I went lightsaber skill for this last session. Remember, because then I did all kinds of badass stuff with my lightsaber and almost stepped into the dark side there for a little bit.
Yeah.
As one does when you have a lightsaber. I mean, it's totally a peaceful weapon meant for, disarming situations with words and not being angry in any way whatsoever.
Yeah, sure. Mhm.
It's finesse.
I mean, technically, I did disarm him. If by disarm you mean cut off his head.
No, that would be dehead.
Oh,
Dishead.
right.
Well, no, because he
It's not
technically cut
disarm.
the arms from the neck down off.
Right.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
it wasn't the head he was aiming for, it was everything below it.
You disarmed the head. So,
Exactly.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess let's try and just open the door then. And
Work.
you guys can go running in and, shoot everything.
well, you got a gun now.
But he has a data pad, which is even more safer.
Yeah. Well, work your magic there.
Can is the floor like? I guess it wouldn't be a magnetic floor.
No, we're not.
No,
Space.
Yeah, not
it's
in
just
space.
standard concrete, bunker floor.
Is there a?
It's almost like it's the
is there a
Republic-
halon system in there? Can I kick off a halon system?
There
a fire.
may be a halon system if you want to give me a computer's roll.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
trying
see
to
if I-
look for your original roll. And
Yeah, but you got people you don't want to injure in there.
You just reintroduce oxygen to them. They're fine.
we don't
they
know why
will-
the hostages all died or are
Or
all
they-
filled with white powder inside them.
Now, if we all had like, freaking night vision goggles and stuff, then we would just be able to, turn off the lights. But we
have a
didn't come
drone for
prepared
that.
with that kind of stuff.
And then someone throws three threats, and one of the hostages is epileptic.
Oh,
Fast fire just has them flopping on the floor.
great. That's a lovely thought.
That's what I bought. I remember now.
What?
I went with Force Leap Vertical.
Mm.
I was going to say, I do believe you have a couple extra force powers there.
Yep.
Wanted to be extra more jumpy.
Yep.
Okay, so I do have the difficulty set. If Janag wants to go ahead and try further hacking in the system.
Of course he does.
Yeah. No.
I thought he'd be really, really concerned with that room that's got no cameras in it.
No.
So, needless to say, really, really difficult systems to hack are not a problem for Janag, as he just like goes, and immediately he's got access to the lighting in the room, the door controls to the room, so he can open and close doors on command, as well as, yes, there happens to be a fire suppression system in there. Because it's got to be that obnoxious, like, steam vent thing that happens in Star Wars whenever there's a fire. That you totally know would not be able to put out a flame.
Right.
And where's the door that we're coming in? Over here.
So there's the first door, because it's a little airlock system, is right here.
Yeah, okay.
And the second door is right there.
Okay.
And you could comfortably get 2 people in there with no problem. 4 kind of cramped. Thankfully, since Janag is the hacker that he is, basically the airlock system to the door is completely null and void at this point. He can make both doors just go snap and open up
Okay, cool.
because he doesn't believe in not letting in the flies.
Right.
Right. And the peeps are in here.
We don't know what's in there.
And,
Well,
well, you know,
we know they're
from
not
this
out here.
camera. Yep, you know that you just see a couple roughneck type little separatist guys keeping a bunch of hostages in the corner, waving their guns around in their faces.
Mm.
And suspiciously, there is a camera in there, but it is smashed and not working.
Nice.
Okay.
Of course.
It's just got that horrible digital static screen, which is the worst.
Oh, so frustrating. Okay, so but
You
there's
totally-
there's a door in between this room and this room.
There is, right where the arrow is where the door is.
Now, can I activate the fire suppression system in this room and not this room, or are they linked and I can't?
Yeah, you could totally do that.
And we confirmed that from the cameras that are inside the main rooms that neither or any of these hostages are the captain.
No, they definitely look very civilian
Okay.
in the bad Star Wars 70s, security camera look.
Okay.
Last but not least, we can see that this door is closed.
Yep.
Okay.
So, sometimes
As
things happen.
everyone's just piled around Janog's little data pad looking at the
Right.
camera screen.
Right.
Like, wait.
All right, so I want to make sure that this door stays closed, and I want to fire off the fire suppression system in this room.
Okay, so you're going to lock the door that goes over to 8 here?
Yep.
Okay, so you click, you get the little thumbs up symbol for the magnetic lock, locking the door, and you're hitting the fire suppression system, and you're seeing in live cam as all of a sudden there's like white plumish smoke starts filling the room. As you're getting little warnings saying that there's no fire detected. Why are we
Yes,
igniting the
there
fire
is.
suppression system?
There's all the fire. Go out faster.
I don't know, Hal. Should we really turn this on?
Oh, I love it.
And pretty much your camera's obscured from the fire suppression system going off. And it does have a big red warning button saying emergency air evacuation. As you're seeing the fire suppression system reducing the oxygen in the room to dangerous levels.
Uh-oh, not dangerous levels. So I guess we'll give it a couple minutes and then you guys like run in and I'll clear the room.
I was going to say, I was looking, so heavy battle armor, that's a sealed suit, right?
Unless it has that feature, it doesn't.
No? Okay. I was trying to look. I'm not seeing
It's a great use of hard points after the fact.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I can hard point it in, but I don't think it just comes with it.
Yeah.
Now, the laminate, or not the laminate, the other suit should.
Okay. I'm just
The other one we had.
not seeing the rest of my gear list. For some reason I got my tools, my cybernetics, but the little general boxes aren't showing up for some reason on my character. And I thought I had a breath mask, but I don't recall.
Much like the Force Awakens, their suits filter out smoke, but not toxins.
Right. Because that makes so much sense.
Exactly.
Oh, what is this?
We don't want you to smell the burning smell of your victims, but toxins, be careful with that shit.
Well, smoke is much larger in microns than some toxins are, so it makes sense.
All right. Yeah, I don't know why I can't see my little inventory boxes.
Oh.
On my dude, where you put like general
Uh-huh.
items that you don't need detail on. It's not coming up. So.
Did you try closing and reopening the sheet?
Yeah, but I'm going to my Ogdude character, which mirrors it. So I'm seeing if I can pull up on there because I'm almost positive I had a breath mask. So I do
He's
have.
like, no, don't give them air. Let me go in there and shoot them while they're on the floor coughing.
That also works for me because I can.
Guy doesn't really have any qualms about that.
Yeah.
Now the Jedi might not know that or care for that, but
Well, the Jedi doesn't have to know. We can let the Jedi go in first, and then he falls out a little bit, and then or she falls out. Sorry.
She's gonna be a Sith by the end of this camp.
Well, if she passes out, I'll be like, no, it's clear. Just go, and then we'll wait until we hear that thud, and then we'll be like,
I do have an Aquata breather just in case, that might work.
Hey, I mean, it's the cool little Batman air supply. I mean,
Right?
Why wouldn't it work?
okay.
yeah, true.
Until
Oh,
all
yes.
of a sudden you forgot to plug your nose and you inhale.
So I do have a breath mask. I thought I did. Okay. So.
Okay, so he's gonna pull off his helmet and put on his gas mask.
No, it's one of those little fancy just stick it in your mouth breathers, man.
Or
Yeah,
the very convenient, it's really just a oxygen mask that apparently is a great filter. Works for Han Solo to read in space, right?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Hey, he wasn't in space. He was in the stomach. Or somewhere in
Even
a
better.
giant worm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was large enough in the asteroid, I think, that it created its own atmosphere, even
What
though
was making the oxygen? Because there was
Like,
a lot of
this
green.
asteroid
parasites.
This
It did
asteroid
have
cave
lots
is the
and lots of
best
parasites.
effervescent scent ever.
All right. So I'll make sure that this door is closed.
Yep.
I'll open this one for you.
Yep. So I will move in and move up to this door. Have
Okay.
a rifle ready. Stand
So
at
everybody
the
go ahead
side
and
of it.
roll initiative as you're ready to start breaching.
Okay, so would this be, since we are aware of it, we would roll cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sadly.
I like this. I like this plan.
Sadly.
All right.
Because it's not really what I want to roll, but I do better when we just improvise.
Combat.
Not bad.
I personally prefer
Um,
the that angle.
Uma.
So I have 3 dice when we improvise.
That's just crazy talk. Zarek planned what?
Right?
Right. All right, so on your comms there, Zurich, shit goes sideways. Tell me to close the door and I'll close it immediately.
Okay.
Or
Yeah, we
if you need me to clear the room, then or the gas, then I can do that too.
clear the room.
Yeah, clear the room.
There happens to be a drink called that
Right?
at Short Rest Tapping.
Ah,
Mhm.
All right. Are you in there?
All right, so I'm at the doorway. I'm to the side. I'm not like standing, obviously, right in the middle of the doorway. So,
you mean
Bring
as
your
a
guy over.
target?
and then we will have him open it.
Okay. You get the whoosh of the first door opening up. Everything's fine. As soon as the second door whooshes open, you get the little halon smoke screen starting to come through, realizing, oh, it's going to suck walking into that room.
I'm not immediately walking in. I'm going to perceive using my Cortana Vision cycling implant.
And what does that implant do?
Upgrades perception checks once. Advantage reveals fine details. Trams can be spent to add blue to all subsequent perception checks for the encounter. So basically, I'm going to attempt to see through and what's going on through the halon smoke that should be slowly starting to thin
Does
a
it
bit.
do anything for removing black dice?
No, just
Personally,
upgrades.
don't recall, so I figured I'd ask.
Yeah, no, just upgrades perception checks once.
Okay, so go ahead and peek your head around and take your perception check.
And then did I have? Let me double check other skills here real quickie.
I've got your upgrade in there.
Okay. Let's see. Toughen, intimidate, fearsome, street, smarts. Natural marksman. Nope. Okay. All right. Let's see what I see here. Skills, perception, under P. There we go.
Wow. So you kind of come over here and stick your head in this doorway to look in.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as you do, it's just pure because the air of you rushing in causes, the floor to kind of goosh in and this wall of halon smoke to just like completely obscure your vision.
Okay. Yeah. At least it
And you
wasn't.
take a point of strain as I'm assuming you get your head out of the doorway before it gets shot, just in case.
Yeah. I already have some strain. How about that? All right. At least it wasn't.
It's been a very strenuous day.
At least it wasn't a despair. So, because
Yeah.
on a despair, the implant malfunctions. So.
And all of a sudden you go blind.
Not
So-
fun.
So
I
who's
can
going
fix it.
next?
So I don't see or
Zarek
hear
ran
any.
in there, stuck his head in, and you're hearing this cacophony of different screams of, obviously the troopers are losing their shit and probably about to start shooting some stray shots towards the doorway. The hostages are screaming and fumbling around.
So they're still
Somebody,
they're still
Go ahead.
conscious and up and moving. Okay.
I guess that means I need to get in there.
So. Yeah, I mean, if you got a breath mask, you can come up, and then we could have him do a quick evacuation of the room.
Yeah.
So you should be able to hit pans, to do a quick vent.
Yep.
okay,
Yep.
so are you going to evacuate the gas from the room?
Yeah, if that's what they want me to do, yeah.
Yep. So basically, I'm gonna move over, crouch.
Purge.
I'm gonna move down and crouch over in the corner on the other side of the doorway, and then we'll let our illustrious Jedi up at the other side of the doorway. So I'll be crouched down, aiming into the room, ready to shoot when the gas.
Okay, and Janag hits the button, and you just get this whoosh as pretty much outside over here. You guys that are outside see this big cloud of crap just get instantly HVAC'd out of the room. As you're
Man,
like,
they really
what the
need to
hell
clean
just
their
happened?
filters.
Yeah.
It's all that salt crust that builds up in them. So is our Jedi going next?
Yep.
And by the way, Zarek can now see that these four guys are basically on their hands and knees coughing, kind of waving their blaster pistols at the people that can barely see them to like try to not have them rush for the door. As they're completely disoriented right now.
Cool.
So can I run up and start swinging at their blasters?
You can.
All right. That is what I want to do.
Okay, let me set your dice pool. And since they are on their knees, you get a free blue dice. And thankfully, you can see, as opposed to when Zarek was popping his head in the room, it's totally different except for the layer of powder that's finely dusted everywhere. Are you going to take 2 strain to aim as well?
Sure.
Because we want to see good things happen. And you know what?
You just
Nope.
want to wear out the
Don't do
string.
I like your background, by the way, Gunter.
Thank you. Thank you. I figured that that should come into play, especially considering I have about 5 or 6 different ones that I figured the bunker was perfect for this situation.
Oh, that is a good one. So go ahead and roll your lightsaber there.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow. Okay, so needless to say, you kind of run in there and you see these guys kind of waving their blasters all gangster style. And you come in there and you just do the swisher sweep with your lightsaber, knocking the blasters into pieces on the floor. So these 2 guys right here are disarmed, by the way.
Beautiful. And I'd like to take back 2
This
strain.
is the broken heart they get. Sad broken heart. Okay, so these 2 guys that are disarmed, they're not happy with the Jedi who came running in. And of course, immediately people are doing the whole Jedi.
Yeah. They're like, what's that sound? I think I've heard of it before. There's a funny glow now.
What is that? As immediately he jumps to action doing the Jedi thing. So needless to say, on their knees, they're going to get up. And just because they're zealoty nut guys, they're I can't see them attacking you barehanded against lightsaber. They're gonna run over here to the door and they're gonna try the door. Really try hitting that open button.
Which Janong wants.
Really try that button. And of course you're getting the whole
No, don't let them in.
and for the record, by the way, Alina hears a very loud bang on the door from the other end. Very loud.
Let us out! Let us out! Let us in! Let us in!
Let us in. And of course, these 2 guys are going to take a shot at the Jedi because that's what one does when you're not in lightsaber range.
I'll swallow your souls.
See? Sith.
Ow. And they will go ahead and use their movement to aim because why not? And just because I like to bring balance to the Force. And how often do I get to shoot a Jedi at point blank range almost, but not in
Every
point blank
game.
range?
Right.
Almost every game.
Right?
That's my secret.
Every game.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Wow.
It's like click and there's a long delay.
No, but
Or is it just on my
it's,
screen?
no, it's there now. You won't be happy.
Wow. So immediately we can almost sense that since, Alina's been working on Reflect, she's just like parrying those blaster bolts out of her way because it's like, be done with you.
Beautiful.
And again, there's some loud banging from in this room. It's very ominous. So who's going next?
I guess I will. So I'm going to come in the door that, I'll probably come in this one.
There?
And I'm going to
Oh,
shoot
this is-
at.
No, this is the door.
Yeah, wasn't there one over here too?
There's
though?
one here too.
No,
Oh,
there
that's-
and then here.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
Oh,
it's
that
like a
was
Sally
just an
Port.
airlock.
external and internal door. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's a really good choke. Airlock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going
Exactly
to
what I was
shoot
thinking.
at the blue dot.
Okay, so you're gonna come up there where Zarek is, so you can shoot through the doorway.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot through the doorway. Hold on. I get my sheet back. Switch over to my weapons. Hold on. Okay.
Are you gonna be too strained to aim?
Nah, I'm actually just going to shoot because I'm going to use the stun just in case. Damn!
What?
Damn.
Oh,
So she shoots these two guys. The bolts bounce off of them after killing them and hit these two guys, killing them, and then open the
I'm
door.
specifically using my ion stunner.
Mm-hmm. So,
well, they're definitely stunned.
yeah. So
He was touching the
yeah.
other guy, and both of them went down like a rock.
So
I mean, you got
yeah,
two
for one of
triumphs.
your triumphs, I'll say easily that both of them are hit. You hit them and they bounce into each other, and the electricity jolts around them both as one grabs the wall that makes the electrical current even worse, and they both go down in a smoking heap. But what do you want to do for your second triumph?
I want the two that are banging on the door to just, I don't know, should I just have them like, oh shit,
Surrender?
and
They will
surrender?
definitely surrender after seeing that. I mean, Jedi, doors closed, and then someone goes, and there's this lightning storm.
Yeah, so, and they're of course willing to capitulate with anything like subterfuge that, like, hey, it was just a malfunction. We're all fine here.
Just a minor radiation leak.
How are
No,
you?
don't send any technicians. So immediately they like throw their hands at both of them with like, no, please
Their
don't kill
hands.
us.
So their other hand's like smoldering. Urgh!
So you
No.
got these two that are they're stunned to the ground, smoking. These two that are pushing themselves against the door, which is banging, and they're obviously surrendering to you guys. Like you win. We surrender. Please don't electrocute us.
Okay, step away from the door.
And they will literally part. The two of them go opposite directions to make a complete arch open for you to go through the door.
Who's in there?
But it's still locked.
The prisoner's in there. We captured the fort commander, and he's inside there.
Just the commander?
Ooh. I'm going to go open the door and say, I'm here to rescue you.
Aren't you a little short for a Jedi? But no, I was like, just the captain?
And you could practically hear that, Uma's raising an eyebrow.
I'm like
And-
raising my gun.
As they both kind of look at each other like they're going to see who's not going to lie. And then they both pretty much in unison say, the Wookiee sergeant's in charge of keeping the commander prisoner. And
Yeah.
pretty much at the exact same time as they both say that in perfect cadence, there's this very loud thump on the door.
Okay. What orders does the Wookiee have?
Probably
Obviously
to
not give
murder
hugs.
anyone that goes in there.
But what is he? Is he ordered to murder the captive?
I don't know. Nobody really talks to the Wookiee, ma'am.
Does anybody here speak Kashiki?
Yeah, no.
You really just get some mouthwash and yodel.
Oh.
All right. Yeah. Guess we got to let him out and gun him down.
Mm-hmm.
Zarek's so mean.
You really want to let them out? You don't want me to gas him a little bit?
I don't think that's going to affect the Wookiee too much. I think it'll just piss him off.
No, look, I'll just hold my lightsaber in front of the door turned off, and as soon as anything comes running through, I'll just turn it on to stop them from running forward. Yeah, that's it. We're just gonna
I like that idea.
See,
Well,
your
have
teammates are
Zarek-
reinforcing your Sith-like behaviors.
Have Derek stand over here. Janong will remotely open the door. I'll stay here.
I'm not really beheading a Wookiee.
I don't see the problem with this. He's
I
got
do.
only.
You can
as I
open the
stand
door.
by the door with my lightsaber ready.
And
to-
while you guys are having this banter, by the way, there's 4 hostages looking at you guys in awe, covered with white face because of the powder, but they're just trying to figure out who you guys are with your Jedi.
come in peace.
No, motley looking crew, but yeah.
It's like, you know,
So
I
get the
assume you guys
civilians
are town folks. Why
out
don't you
for
guys
now.
just step out the door for a moment?
Go
Things
stand
might
in the
get
hallway.
bloody.
Go stand in the hallway. You'll be safer there. Just
Yeah.
get bloody.
But-
Things
Ask
might
them
get
to head
kind of
outside.
right
But
now.
don't leave.
Don't
And don't leave.
Oh yeah.
There's
Keep your
people
heads
coming.
down. There might be there might be company.
And the other 2 get on the far side there.
Do we have manacles? Don't you have manacles?
I don't have manacles.
I thought you had.
something in here we can use to tie him up.
Aren't you a bounty hunter? Do we not have a bounty hunter?
No,
Anybody can buy cuffs. I mean,
I'm an enforcer.
I don't have any. But you know what? We're gonna have to buy some.
Yeah. So we tell them to go out
Who needs
into
to
the
get
hallway.
handcuffs? The
man.
hostages will gladly run past you all and head outside.
The other 2, we
Outside,
tell them
outside to the hallway. To the hallway. We don't want to
Well, it's
have.
a very tiny hallway.
yeah,
yeah,
that's
they all won't fit in
Squeeze
the
in there.
hallway.
They can squeeze in there.
go outside and hunker down outside.
Hide.
So and tell the others to move over to the far side of the room. If you move, you will die.
These 2 kind of grab the unconscious 2 and drag them into the corner.
We take their weapons away. What kind of weapons do they have?
What kind of weapons do they have?
Well,
Funny you should ask. This is the kind of blasters that they have. Sadly, it's just podunk little
Yes.
blaster pistols.
Laser pistols.
High tech.
Hey,
Alright.
they were waiting for a shipment of blasters to show up,
Oh,
and for some reason, they never did.
yeah. Well, we could try to ask the Wookiee to stand down, and if he doesn't,
So we're sure the Wookiee's a separatist?
From the reaction of these guys, you definitely get the idea that the Wookiee's in charge of them.
Ah, okay.
You're getting the idea that they don't want to make eye contact with the Wookiee because it may rip their arms off.
you don't want to piss off the Wookiee.
And they're just like, you don't want to piss off Commander Grosh.
Nah.
And the other guy looks at him and says, you're not pronouncing it right. Remember what happened to the last guy who didn't pronounce it right?
All
You don't
right.
want to see a Wookiee rip out a man's tongue.
So you gonna stay there? Or are you gonna get over like here or where?
I'm gonna stay by the side of the door.
Okay.
I figured we'll let the others stand over here and be the be the target.
The object of all the
Be the
love.
bait.
Well, remember, unless you're hiding, he'll know you're there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm totally hiding. Definitely.
You're gonna hide, huh? Let me see.
I will stealth.
I've just got the gun trained on the door from the corner over there, so I'm not worried about hiding.
Stealthy, stealthy.
So whenever Janong's ready.
So Zerk's gonna guard the door. I'm gonna keep my pistol on these guys just in case.
Just in case they decide to get froggy.
Yep.
Yeah, when the Wookiee comes out. So if don't move or I'll put you down.
As the cutest little Twi'lek ever gives her mean face, which is really a wrinkle on her nose. Okay.
Yeah, you guys are ready. I'll throw open the door.
Ready when you are.
But
Okay.
I'm gonna close that door.
You coward.
He's going to ask the hostages to join him and then close the door behind them.
You
Yeah,
coward.
you know. Hey, I gotta worry about the guy coming up from the rear. I'm not a coward. I'm
Okay.
just trying to minimize.
Doesn't want to be cool.
He's trying to reduce threats.
Yeah.
So do me a favor really quick, Alina. Give me a stealth roll to see how well you're hiding against that wall. I'm going to give you a blue dice, since you're obviously going to have the drop on the Wookiee when the door opens. But I just want to see how sneaky you are when that door opens, if he would see you or not.
Say when.
Go for it.
Nice.
You were pretty damn sneaky.
Even for that
Okay, so
for that Wookiee.
that blue dice really came in handy.
Mhm.
Okay, so I take it taking the first initiative slot is going to be Janag opening the door.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so the door gets opened as I jump in there so I can reveal what is in there.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Plop! As immediately when the door opens, you see the biggest, angriest, meanest Wookiee who was beating on the door. So he is actually like right there at the door.
Yep.
Angry as hell with a vibro axe in one hand.
Oh shit.
Nice. Nice.
As he's, super, super angry. And yeah, he's got no armor on or anything like that, other than just a bandolier of, his belongings,
And fur.
which really isn't much. Because, belongings.
He has fur armor.
Yep. So, and this Wookiee he kind of like looks through the doorway for a second, blinks, and you can tell he's going to fly into a rage and try to kill somebody as soon as he can.
Mhm.
Angry Wookiee is really hard to misinterpret.
Yep. Yep.
Unless it's mating season.
What do you think he's trying to convey right now?
No, it's a Wookiee. I get there strong. So
Rage against the
Yeah.
dying of the light.
the gun is
And
on.
these guys are physically cringing when you open the door and Wookiee lets out this roar of anger and frustration. He's been banging on the door.
Yeah, and I'm on stun because Wookiees probably have a lot of hit points.
Yeah, I bet.
So it might not have the same amount of strain. So we're going to go with the stun effects. And we're going to aim. And then
Okay,
we...
'cause you're crouched down there, so I'll give you the aim.
Yeah, and then we are going to, let's see here. Natural marksman, no, where is it? Point blank, so add 1 damage per rank of point blank. 2 damage, successful range. Okay, so that's adding
And
damage.
it's short range, so
Yep, so that's adding damage when I shoot him. Okay. We ready?
Do it.
let me double check. You know what? He's so angry, and it's just palatable. He's gonna go ahead and cash in his adversary 1 right now.
Of course he is.
What does
It's
that
no
do?
fun if he dies the first shot. Okay, so we are ready.
All right, here we go. Oh no!
Did I get my money's worth of that dark side point and adversary 1? Not as much as I thought I would.
No,
Hey, at least there's no disadvantage.
nope. Just failed.
I totally would have loved for a despair to like do bad things.
I'm
Right?
sure
But
you would.
you take that shot, the door opens, and this is the first time you've ever seen a Wookiee this angry,
Okay.
where you're actually seeing veins bulging under the fur.
Wow.
I'm like, stand down as I shoot.
Stand down, pew!
It's a warning
And then,
shot.
of course, it hits the doorway just to the side of it, showering it in sparks, accentuating the angry redness in the eyes.
That was a warning shot. Hey, got to play it off, man.
A Wookiee, a warning shot.
It could happen.
Yeah.
It totally happened. Okay, so who's going next before the angry Wookiee, charges?
I was saying, Alina, you want to take this?
I don't know. He's looking pretty pissed off. I'm thinking maybe I want to wait until he runs past me.
Okay. Well, then I guess it's me.
No, because if he runs past me, he's totally gonna chump on Zarek, and that's not gonna be good.
No.
Yeah, so I'll totally. We're gonna lightsaber love him, and I'm going to go ahead and do one of those right now before Jim throws a dark side at me.
Well played, sir. Well played. So your upgrade is in there.
You're
All right.
As shit's about to get serious.
batting him across the gut through the doorway.
Yeah, I'm actually
On
gonna.
the side.
I'm trying to disarm him, and by disarm I mean cut off his arm.
Or even take out the vibroax would be really nice. Sundering the vibroax would be a wonderful thing.
Well, it would be really great if she could do both in one fell swoop.
I'd like to actually
Yeah.
disarm him so that the vibro axe, is still functional in case anyone would like to use it at a feast. Otherwise,
Okay, so in other words, you're
Great to
hoping for.
have.
So
Are you
are you
fully ready for me,
aiming
Jim?
for him or aiming for the axe?
I
Because
am
usually
aiming-
disarming would be like 3 advantage. You can disarm him.
I am
just-
aiming for him. By disarm I mean I'm trying to cut off his arm, not damage the vibro axe.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that you were intending to do him harm. Now that you've set off the fire suppression system, you wish to smell burnt hair.
yes.
Right?
All right. Are you
Okay.
ready for me?
Yep, I do have the difficulty and your upgrade since you use the light side point
Beautiful.
in a
Here we go.
dirty fashion.
Oh shit!
Nice.
And I didn't even think to aim. So
As you pop out of your stealth position and immediately just bring down your lightsaber onto this Wookiee, because from the look you saw of your teammates and the prisoners that you just took, you're
Yeah.
thinking this Wookiee was not wanting to surrender.
correct.
No, he
He looked like he was going to put a world of hurt on my allies, and
He was going to put a world of hurt on everybody.
Right, I needed to protect people.
So you could just say you want to do Cho Mok, which is the Jedi cutting off of limbs. That's part of their standard martial arts. Lightsaber skills.
Because it's totally not killing them, so it's cool. Because you can always get a good lawyer and sue the Jedi Council for new limb.
Right.
So, unfortunately, you didn't roll good enough to disarm him, but you definitely stabbed the crap out of him with the lightsaber.
Yeah, we want to give him some black dice with those advantages there.
So you did 11 points of damage. That's a big chunk of damage when your soak doesn't do anything.
Oh, that's true, huh? I was going to say your soak's probably like 20.
Breach 1, man. Cuts right through 10 points of armor.
Yeah.
As you just grievously gouge into him, he managed to pull his arms back just in time. As you burned a whole sash mark across his chest, cutting his little bandolier off, making it fall effortlessly to the side. Aww. And you're giving him a black dice?
Yeah, can I do 2 black dice? Because it's to whoever goes next, which is going to be him.
I'll let it fly since you came from a concealed position to do that, and he's going to take that vibro axe to your face right now because he's very, very angry.
Of course, as they get more hurt, they get more vicious. So
yeah. Well.
Yes. As you realize, yes, his Wookiee rage, which increases, by the way, +1 damage with brawl and melee weapons.
Attacking. Can't I step back?
You can if you want.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, totally. You didn't aim, so you could totally, make him have to chase after you.
Yeah, still got to maneuver. Don't bring him too close.
It's a very small room.
Hence why I shut the door.
I figure we'll go right over into this corner, make him chase after me. I don't like the way that's on the map,
you took that. You can take that extra step back because that way he's not engaged to poor Zarek and scaring the crap out of Zarek.
No.
So the Wookiee will gladly give chase to you with his vibro axe humming as he's running at you.
Yeah, I just want to make a move.
And yes, he's currently in full-on Wookiee rage, as they say. And he's going to swing his big-ass axe at your face.
Nice knowing you, lady. Have a good night.
Thankfully, he does have 2 black dice. Do you have any defense?
Well, I don't have any defense per se, but if he does manage to hit me, I am going to parry.
You can always attempt.
I like
so he's not going to bother with aiming because he can't afford that much, damage. I mean strain. But he's going to swing his big ass axe in the scariest arc over his head that kind of it scrapes the ceiling. It's swinging so high as it's coming straight down at your face.
Yeah, that just slows it down for me to parry better. So that's perfectly fine.
Oh. I recently discovered why it does that.
Oh, did you?
Real quick. Apparently, when you paste anything in the qualities section, it does not like that. You have to type it manually.
Ah.
So let's fix that real quick. Oh, damn. Apparently, I had a lag spike and hit multiple times.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, how many times are you going to swing that thing? Holy cow.
Right?
Apparently, he's got the magical Wookiee ability of swinging in Death Flurry. So that axe is coming down at you, and it's coming down hard. Yeah. Thankfully, he's not coming down with precision. He's coming down with just power. So he's swinging that axe for 11 points before soak.
So, like I said, I'm gonna parry, which is 3 strain and reduces it by 4 before soak.
Okay.
Look at that, getting his parry in.
All right, so I take 3 points of damage.
Which is not bad, as you basically bring up your lightsaber just in time to, instead of that axe cutting your shoulder blade off, it just dug into your shoulder. You know, you're seeing him sickly pull it out as it's vibrating your teeth from the vibration. And there's nothing but angry Wookiee in the eyes. You know, that barking sound you hear in the background is really the Wookiee's growl.
I will. I'll blow him a kiss.
Hey, don't get
We can do
penisy,
this
kid.
all day. I guarantee you're going to go down first.
Don't get penisy, kid.
So, Uma or Janag, who's going first?
Janong actually started it, so
Yeah, Janong started, and then did I go? I haven't.
You have not.
Yeah,
You
no.
You shot the door.
Oh yeah, that's
No.
right.
Yep.
That's right.
You missed the door.
So it is your turn.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
So shoot him with stun again. Just
I am.
hook him with stun.
Okay, I'm gonna aim this time though.
Let me set up your dice pool.
Well, yeah.
So, are you actually sticking your head in the door? Are you coming in the room
Yes,
so you can
I
see the Wookiee?
am.
Yeah, you gotta slow down and give him a chance to set your dice up.
Okay, sorry. Can you just roll a blue for me?
Yeah, you need a blue now.
Well, you don't want that dice pool because you're shooting at short range. It's much easier than what you just rolled against.
And
Well,
you don't.
that's true.
So, would you like to step in the room?
Yes, I would.
Probably step like right there, I'm guessing, so you can see the Wookiee.
Just barely into the room. Let's not get cocky.
So you're okay. So you're squeezing up against Zarek, saying, "Let's do the Charlie's Angels pose."
There you go.
Yeah, pretty much. And I'm gonna aim.
Okay. Oh, so you're gonna take 2 strain for aiming.
Hell yeah, it's a Wookiee.
A pissed off Wookiee.
How many points, Destiny points do we have?
Go for it before he does.
Yeah, hold on.
Currently, it's 2 light and 3 dark. Okay, and apparently it's 4 dark and 1 light now. Let me get your upgrade in there. Okay, your dice pool is set.
Okay. Shit.
What? You hit?
So
I know.
9
but
stun. So you actually realize he does take some of that damage, even though he's a big, hunkin', beefy Wookiee. And he kind of like, you see him kind of like waver really badly when you stun him.
Wait a
he
minute.
seems,
Okay,
what?
never mind. No, it's correct.
okay. So what would you like for those 2 advantage?
I am going to give the, let's see here, the next one of us to go, actually, I'm going to give Zarek specifically.
A bleh.
Yes.
All right.
So thankfully, you may have noticed the NPC moved to the top of the order there.
Yeah, it was like
Because when the Wookiee rolled his initiative, he came up with 3 successes and a triumph.
Fuck.
So
I was pretty impressed by that.
that was impressive with his vigilance. So he's going to go ahead and swing at the Jedi again, which is absolutely terrifying.
No, more terrifying would be if he came for me.
Yes.
I'll be honest. Hey, I'm a
And this-
smuggler. I'm like,
Hey, you're a combatant because you came in the room.
So.
And
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Nothing.
just
nothing.
reach down, grab a hold, and pucker, man. Wait to see what happens. Viberax is hurt.
Yeah, see, I was going to use the light side point, but
I was waiting. That's why I paused and gave you the shot for it, because I'm like, you know what? It's probably a good time to use that.
yeah, I just didn't want to deplete our whole pool.
Well, that's all right.
Don't worry,
Oh,
you got
shit.
reserves now. So he aims
I am
and
totally
he
gonna parry.
sideways into you with that axe.
Yep. I'm taking 3 more strain for the parry.
Okay. And you immediately like, oh crap, and put your lightsaber to reflect as much of that hit as you can. Because that's going to be 14 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Oh, hey, look at that. I am now at 0.
Oh no,
That
we're gonna
13,
die.
right?
What's that?
13, right?
He's
plus
currently
5?
raging, so +1.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Yep, I just hit 0.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your crit from your hit. So he's not going to bother using that triumph to hit you. And what he is going to use that triumph for is as he drops the Jedi to the ground, he lets out the scariest Wookiee roar and then immediately snaps his head around looking at these 2 Goombas over here.
Oops. I'm glad I set that alarm.
As immediately he yells at them to fight. So they seem to look at each other like, oh my god, the Wookiee's going to eat us if we don't do something. But they seem to be ready to jump even barehanded into action right now. So Uma, these guys, when they get their turn at the very bottom of the initiative, basically after the last one of you guys to go, you sense that they're going to dive after you and try to fisticuff you if they have to keep from being eaten by the Wookiee.
Great.
So who's going next?
Not me.
So we drop our rifle and charge in. Both fists.
Ooh. So
Both
you're dual
fists
wielding?
swinging. Yep.
Okay. Are you going to take 2 strain for an aim? Oh, and you are using a light side. You're absolutely terrified when the Wookiee killed the Jedi, in your opinion.
I will go ahead and do 2 strain for an aim. Plus, I got a blue from Uma. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I've got your and you still get the +1 purple for dual wielding, right? You don't have anything special that gets rid of that.
Let me look. I don't remember. Let's see.
Paired fists.
No, I wish. Not yet. Let's see. Toughen. Oh, so as I engage, he does need to make a fearsome roll. When the enemy becomes engaged with the character, they may force the enemy to make a fear check with the difficulty equal to the ranks in fearsome, which is only 1, but hey, anything could happen.
True that.
Okay, so fear check.
Yep. Yeah.
It is possible.
Yeah. You might never have seen a gank before. And then I'm still looking through everything real quick.
Okay, so let me get that 1 purple fear check.
So while he's looking, Jim, shall I resolve my crit roll?
Yes, you can see how badly that axe hits your insides.
So, 1 second. Let me just type that quickly. Perfect. And let me go ahead and...
So he did not make his fear check.
Sweet!
Ugh.
What you get? Agonize. Ooh,
Oh my
shit.
God.
Agonizing wound.
All brawn and agility checks.
I can fix him.
Till the end of the encounter, which I'm out until the end of this encounter anyway, so...
It just means that you have a horrible in your ribs. You can see where the vibro axe went halfway through your rib cage. Right, parting the vibro axe parted through your ribs like a Thanksgiving dinner.
Nice. All right, so Okay, so we got the dice, we got that. So he is feared. So I forget what the fear does.
So basically, he's got the black dice to any action. You
Sweet.
flipped the light side, right?
Yeah, I
and
did.
You aimed. Okay, so I've got
I did aim.
put back in there.
Yeah.
It's a bad day for the Wookiee Gladiator.
All right. We all set then?
It's just the gank reputation. It precedes him, and he's like, "Oh shit, that's a gank."
Yeah. Like, oh
Gank!
yeah. I heard something about
This
these.
planet's got ganks. Well, you know, when a species commits genocide,
What the?
wow.
Come on, man.
You've had the worst luck with rolls.
And immediately the Wookiee is like so on guard because of your fear effect that when you swing, he just like throws his axe to parry, block, and not get hit by you. Because if a gank's willing to fist fight a Wookiee, there must be some secret there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you do have 3 advantage. What would you like to cash that in for?
I will take back some strain.
Not going to disarm him?
Don't you have to hit to do that? No?
No, you can just use 3 advantage to disarm.
Okay, then.
Oh, I thought you had to hit.
Yeah, no. Okay, then I will definitely disarm his ass.
That way you get that cool Lone Ranger style, I shoot you, didn't hurt you, but you dropped your gun.
Yeah.
Okay, so
as
basically
he was parrying, I
swing.
twisted it out of his hand.
Yep, he kind of parries, and the axe goes skittering to the floor with the vibro setting slowly turning off because it sounds like the back of your fillings are hurting as you're hearing this axe vibrate across the concrete. And this Wookiee just looks at the gank like, oh shit. Because the Wookiee is wobbling after that whole fierce parry. Oh crap, there goes my axe.
Yep, like I just kind of glare at him like, bring it on.
You immediately pop back into Street Fighter Guile style.
Yep.
So who's going next?
I'm gonna go ahead. Should I shoot the Wookiee or should I shoot the guys that are gonna be coming after me?
Shoot
the
the
gang.
Wookiee. Once he's down, then the other guys will stand
guys
up again.
Yeah, they'll. Okay, I'm gonna go.
And switch sides.
I'm sorry, what?
I said shoot the gank and switch sides.
Yeah, okay.
No. Okay, I'm gonna shoot the Wookiee.
Okay, are you going to aim?
Yes.
Okay, so you're staying in place, willing to fight those guys that are coming after you.
Yeah, he took down my Jedi. He ain't gonna take down my gank. Fucker.
Okay, I've got your difficulty set. She lines up that shot. And immediately, as that little vibro axe, both the gank and the Wookiee are watching the axe fly back. Wookiee looks back at the gank, and just over his shoulder, you see this big barrel coming up. As all of a sudden, Uma fires point blank into his face, and you just see his hair poof out from static of the ion stunner. As, without spending your advantage, he drops to the floor. I mean, you hear a very distinct loud thud when his nose hits concrete. You do have 3 advantage still.
Okay, and I turn the gun on the others and say, it's like, don't fight.
Mm.
And I'm going to give, let's see here. I'm going to take back some of that strain.
Okay, so you're going to take your advantages back in strain?
Yeah, because, can I give, because basically, if those guys, you know what, I'm going to give Janong a blue I'm going to give him a blue and take back 1 strain.
Okay, so how are you inspiring him through a doorway watching on the camera?
He got him the comm saying, I got the Wookiee. He's I'm going to inspire him because the Wookiee is down.
And you totally give him anime thumbs up in the camera? Anime girl thumbs up. Strike a pose.
And hopefully those guys are pissing in their pants.
Okay, so Janag, what are you gonna do?
Come in, the water's
He's the
fine.
next to go, so.
I mean,
You can talk through the intercoms. I mean, you do have access to those.
okay, here's what I want to do. I want to make, the alarms that go off when you set the Halon system off. I just want the alarms to go off.
Okay, so you sit there and snicker at her posing for you, and you hit the button, and immediately little recessed little alarms come down and just do the whoop 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 with the flash.
I think that'll mess with their heads a lot.
Okay, so bottom of the order. So pretty much they take a step forward, and they kind of take in the fact that the Wookiee just hit the floor. The Jedi's lightsaber is off.
And I have a gun pointed at them.
You guys have the giant metal fists and the blaster on your shoulder in a cocky way. And you're hearing the murmur of someone muffled kind of caterpillaring their way towards the doorway. Because his hands and feet are bound. And they kind of like realize, oh, wait, never mind. We surrendered. We're totally not going to hurt you. And they put their hands up and just kind of like, we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Zarek,
Just kidding.
impact the Jedi.
Yeah, we will.
I was going to say, I can, since this is out of combat, I could go in and medicine him.
Go ahead. Please get the Jedi back up. Somebody, I've got this. I've got these. Huh?
Bring the civilians back inside with you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Alina's dying words. Bring the civilians back to safety.
Well, because we've still got this guy coming up the road out here.
Oh, you noticed him moving?
Oh yeah.
Hey guys. Before the Jedi wakes up, put the Wookiee down.
Because Uma just realized she did take him down with her stun blaster, so he is still breathing.
Yeah.
Before the Jedi wakes up, put him down. I give the signal to Zarek. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what to do.
Time before Janong gets inside, so
I pull my vibro knife out and strategically place it.
Just kind of Walking Dead style, sink it into the back of the skull.
Yeah. That way it won't be so obvious to the Jedi.
The sleeping Wookiee gives
a
shuddering move.
Yeah, but you don't know that it wasn't not in combat.
Yeah.
You're bleeding to death on the ground.
Besides, just right in through the spine and that's not going to be a ton of blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very petite. It's like the old ice pick with 2 drops of blood.
Yeah.
I'll wake up woozy anyway, so.
All right, yeah, so we want the civilians to come back in.
After killing the...
Yeah.
Just so they're not out there when people
Zarek and
I
assume that since we've worked together for quite some time, that we have a signal worked out to, put him down.
And what is the signal? You take a Lekku and go across your throat with it?
Yeah.
My personal favorite, she goes like this. She goes...
Hold on. Let me switch over to the camera.
Oh.
Yeah. It's just like the little tail.
Very clandestine.
No. It's I take the Lekku and kind of do the the finger salute. Like F you, buddy. Thanks for playing.
Are you ready for me to roll the medicine?
Yeah. So it's gonna be difficult medicine, isn't it?
It will be.
It will be.
And I'm releasing our general while he's futzing with that, cutting him loose.
And I still have those guys.
Or captain or commander or whatever the hell he is.
The commander.
And I still have the guys under
Blaster cover.
exactly.
So you're looking at him like, don't you try anything, buddy.
And like, well, they just saw the gank kill, and I'm sure that they're more than willing to cooperate right now.
Okay, so difficulty is set for medicine there for our medic/mechanic who can totally replace some of those body parts with metallics.
Right? Well, I mean,
You
I
got a
succeeded.
success.
You're not gonna bleed out. You're awake.
So immediately you go up to where there's this basically grievous looking wound in her right rib cage that goes like a third through her torso, and you like put a butterfly in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, her strain's much improved.
Yeah, I mean you've given
She's
her
not
back
worried.
5 strain and 1 wound.
So
Probably
she's
because of your
feeling
calm.
better, but I think it's shock.
I mean, if anyone has a stim pack, you may want to hand it to her instead of her HMO card.
Yeah,
She might get more bang for her buck.
because obviously the doctor in the network isn't very good.
Zarek, would you do the honors while I keep these guys covered?
Yeah. I toss her stim pack.
As obviously our doctor is still going to med school because he's just an intern with no actual ranks in medicine yet.
Right. Exactly. I mean,
He forgets whether he's working on something mechanical or a human. It's they're all kind of the same.
He's
Sort
not
of.
Doogie Howser, but he stayed at a Best Western once.
that's right.
All right, so what's that stim pack going to do for me? How many wounds
You
does it
get
heal?
5 hit points.
Yeah.
Since it's your first stim pack for the day, you get 5 back.
All right.
As the cool, effervescent feeling of the stim pack flushes into your bloodstream.
Yeah. Next impact will only give you a foe. And so forth.
Yep, they have diminishing returns. So that way you can't stim pack like a healing potion all day long.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So you guys are taking a little bit of a rest. You're talking with the hostages. They're like beating
We're
up
not
on
resting long, though.
Well,
just a few moments to do first aid.
Well, long
you've
enough.
got-
I need to get some strain and back if I can.
Okay,
So you'd
and
like to roll a cooler discipline to get strain back, as in like a short rest in the D&D words.
Yeah. Well, it's just,
Zarek freed the
Scre-
captain, though, right?
yeah. I cut him loose and I shoved one of the pistols in his hand.
He gladly
Basically-
took it. He's just,
I was to say, basically, while I'm covering the guy, I'm going to bring the captain up to speed. Hey, we've come to take you back, rescue you, that type of spiel.
you kind of realize his ID badge is still on his uniform, so the thing you're supposed to be retrieving is on him. So that's handy.
We also want to tell him that my drone has picked up a guy moving in onto our position.
Guy kind of creeping up.
Well, I
As
have my drone.
you may
there,
or may
so-
not have noticed, he's actually creeping up.
Yeah, I've been noticing.
I think my drone
Well-
might have seen
Not
him.
Well, the drone
Yeah,
might have,
yeah.
if you're looking through the picture of the
Thanks to
drone.
the very lit up outside, your drone can see him with no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least until he takes a stealth roll to hide.
What we could do, because the drone is only identifying one, right?
So far.
Okay.
So far.
We could have one of these schmucks that I disarmed, kind of at the gate or at the door saying, it's like, oh, we had a little minor fire, but everything's under, with the gun to his head, basically. And
It's
say,
okay
come on in, you can help us clean up the mess, and then we take out that guy too.
Uh,
It's just an idea.
I just say we
So,
shoot him as he comes over the
What's
ridge.
your perception, by the way?
Denongs are the drones.
Well, it's going to be his.
Yeah. So we can do cool or vigilance, right? For cool, for strain
cool or discipline for strain.
or discipline. That's right. Let's see if one's
There
better.
you go, trying to use that vigilance again.
Well,
I've got a yellow and green.
As you know, Janog's got his data pad down on the ground while he's doing first aid, trying to keep a track of what's going on there with the guy.
Why do we have reds when we're trying to roll?
Because I was actually just going to roll something, but you guys kind of like rolled your things in front. So go ahead
That's
and roll
okay.
again.
We're trying to get some
Unless-
trade
Well, it's
back.
still the same number. I mean, I can just ignore.
Just
look at
ignore
dice.
the. Okay.
So that's
Yeah, just ignore
Two
whatever came up
success.
on the bad dice.
Yeah, that's
Because
what
when
I
I'm-
did.
Because I'm rolling to see if you lose track of the guy as he's doing his thing.
right.
Because he's actually going to try to stealth his way up there because he's
not dumb.
he's not stupid. Yeah, it's. I'm not just going to run up there with all that blaster fire going on and say, "Hey, you guys."
With all that bright light out there? Yeah, okay.
What a waste of a triumph.
Yeah, but doesn't that, like...
It's a success. So 2 success.
Oh.
So
As he fades off the maps.
Bonnie's got
Very
threats. That's
important
good.
moment when Jnog is putting a staple into Alina's rib cage. He looks over and goes, "Shit, where'd the lizard scurry off to?"
Here, a staple. That should hold it. You're good.
Right?
Fine,
A
that's
staple
fine.
with a butterfly over it, you're good to go. Don't worry if your spleen flutters every now and then. It's supposed to do that.
That's normal.
Do you
As a
have another?
reptilian species, he believes it'll grow back.
Right? Do you have another stim pack of your own or no?
I think I might. Let me, because
Otherwise, I have one.
I have an emergency med pack. I'm not sure what all is in it.
Oh, that's even better. Hand that to your medic, and he would have actually had a blue die to his roll.
Oh. Hey, medic, get over here.
Hold
You're
on.
supposed to use my medical equipment, not your own.
Right?
So as you
Okay,
guys
so
are
I
sitting,
want to break out my bioscanner and
Okay.
start looking for this guy.
now what's the range on the bioscanner?
That's the part I don't know. But I mean, the
Because I think that's just the hand scanner, right?
Yeah. Let's see. A bioscan tool. 'Cause there's a
Bioscanner.
bioscan medical and a bioscan tool. When scanning for life signs, grants a blue to perception versus stealth checks. Verifying identity requires an average computers check and a biometric identifier.
Wow, you blew that kind of money?
Yeah,
Are
2K,
we
man.
sure? Are we sure that's the scanner you have? Because that one's really expensive.
Well, 2K for the bioscan.
Hmm.
yeah, we had 5
Had 9 actually.
or 9.
Yeah. Okay, so you can whip out your scanner when you guys have a chance after you take this quick break, which, by the way, in real life is probably a good time for a quick break because your GM has to use the restroom.
Which is brought to you by porcelain.
Yeah, Right?
Porcelain, the king of thrones. Just remember, just like the Empire, always evacuate your waste receptacle before going to hyperspace.
All right. While you do that, I'm gonna get
Yeah,
a
the
drink.
bioscan medical one is like 5.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. All right. Go get me a drink. Oh.
And it also has a Doppler setting too, so I can find him.
Oh shit.
I was so wanting to waylay that bastard with my repulsor fists.
Yeah, but at the other time, on the other hand, though, I'm getting kind of tired of fixing those fuckers.
They're not supposed to break so often.
Well, I mean, tomato.
It's like, son of a bitch, man. So I could have jacked them up if I'd connected with both of them.
Well, if and buts were candy and nuts, it'd be Christmas every day.
I mean, it was rolling 3 yellows versus 2 yellows for a ranged weapon that he probably would have soaked most of it. So,
Yeah.
though the Jedi was down, I guess I could have gone full auto with the weapon.
True that.
Silly Jedi. He's bulletproof.
Taking a nap during a fist fight. Jeez.
Hey, all I was asking is that you actually hit it once.
Yeah, well. I had to go up and scare him so the Twilight could shoot him.
Team effort, yeah.
Right? Hey, I actually feared the enraged Wookiee. I mean, that's pretty damn impressive with only
Yeah, it is.
1 purple dice.
Is that what you're calling it nowadays? Fearing the enraged Wookiee, huh?
Yep. I figured there's no way it was going to work, but hey, what the hell? All right, so where am I sitting at? 12 out of 17 wounds and 8 out of 13 strain. We're good. We're good.
I'm still messy.
Yeah, what's your restrictions here with your critical? Your difficulty of brawn and agility checks by 1 difficulty die. Ouch.
Well, I thought my
No, you
doing
didn't.
the medicine fixed that.
No, you have to specifically have the right piece of equipment to attempt to repair the critical in the field. Certain medical kits allow for that, not everything. So what did you use?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, yeah, so. Yeah, you need let's see, medical, I think it's a physician's or surgical kit.
What is the thing I have?
So you have an emergency med pack, you said?
Yeah, I have an emergency med pack.
Okay, so basically,
Emergency med pack. Small and easily stored in a backpack of small storage component, these life-saving kits contain the basic supplies for healing small injuries as well as those needed to stabilize serious wounded individuals for transportation to larger medical facilities. A standard emergency med pack contains a number of bandages and dressings, back-to patches, basic medical tools such as scalpels, syringes, and forceps, blood coagulators, synth flesh, applicators, and other necessities. More advanced models include a limited function medical scanner that can monitor vital signs and a small computer that includes a medical database and can suggest treatment options based on scan results.
So basically he used that, otherwise he would have had penalties for trying to heal you without some kind of med pack. So that
he already gave me like a 3 purple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because without the med pack, it basically says med packs allow a character to attempt to heal others using medicine checks without penalty, as detailed on page 219. So now if you had med pack, an actual med pack, not an emergency med pack, grants a blue to all medicine skill checks. The physician,
and there's also one pack out there that actually is made for critical injuries.
Right, and that's where I'm looking. It's the
really cheap one because it's only good on crits.
Yeah, I think it's a surgical kit. I think. Or the military trauma can be used to medicine skill attempt to there it is. It's the military trauma pack.
Pack.
Yeah, it's only 50. Military trauma pack can only be used to use medicine skill to attempt to remove a critical injury from others without penalty, but no other treatment options are specified. So,
hey,
it's like a blowout
you got
kit.
one of those on you by chance? Save your ass.
Yeah, so no, you're going to deal with the strain and brawn bullshit for a while till we get back to the ship.
Well, thankfully, it was only until the end of the encounter.
Oh, that's true.
It just means that crits are going to be a lot more devastating.
Yep.
Which the fact that it dropped you to 0 is good because he didn't use the crit, which would have been what you rolled plus 30.
Ouch.
So it worked out in a good way, I guess.
Yeah. All right.
Considering how bad it could have been, I suppose that's the best way it could have worked out, right?
All right, so let's...
So, of course, everybody back?
Yep.
I think so.
I'm here.
Yeah. So there was barricades in front of this place, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm moving outside to one of the barricades and hunkering down with the rifle ready, watching. One of these guys do whatever else in there.
Here's an example for your little barricades there. Okay, so you guys are coming on out. The commander immediately is like, "Good job, we're taking this." On whose authority did you come up here?
What was the colonel? Hold on, let me get my notes.
Thank you for rescuing civilians.
We don't need no authority. We have our own authority.
Let's see.
That Wookiee was a beast. He could have been used for vital intelligence, but I guess he deserved what he got. I'm just glad the Jedi is okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I mean, the Wookiee might have something important on him, but I'm not worried about that right now.
the Colonel. I just have him as the Colonel.
Yep. That
Yeah,
is as
the
much
Colonel.
information that the snooty Colonel was willing to give you reprobates.
Wow.
Snooty Mize, a bit of a douche.
Hey, he was
Well,
my
remember-
buddy pal. He probably told me his name.
That is true. He was totally enamored with the Jedi.
Yeah.
Total Jedi fanboy.
Colonel agrees to play us 4,000 credits if we bring the captain or his card back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what I forgot to look up.
Because if we need to make the money on this deal, otherwise, yeah. I'm in trouble.
Okay,
Wait.
so I'm confused.
Wait.
So I have to roll perception versus stealth to see if I think I see him, but then I have to roll an average computer check to verify it's the what I'm looking for.
Oh, what, for the scanner?
Yeah.
No, it's if you're wanting to do further. So if you're just looking for someone, it adds a boost die to your perception check to find someone hiding. So you're basically waving your Star Trek scanner, and you're
Mhm.
realizing there are life forms. If you're wanting to determine someone's identity, basically you can then do a computer checks to basically pin down that this is, yes, this is, so and so that you're looking for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, you're basically
it's not a
confirming someone's
motion
identity.
scanner. It's a bioscanner, not a motion scanner.
Well, no, my thing is then why don't I just verify everything that's in an area? I'm gonna verify everything in this area, verify everything in this area.
So
You can do that. It's just that are you willing to allot that much time to doing that and standing out in the open waving your bioscanner around?
Right.
So
As the rest of the group is hiding behind cover saying, go out and scan this place.
yeah. So by the way, on the way out, I do snatch the vibroax up. By the way.
Okay. Would you like the stats for that, or did you already see it when it hit the Jedi?
I'm looking at it in Octudes at the moment. I wasn't going to take it, but because I thought it was a unwieldy, but it's not, or cumbersome.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was cumbersome, but it's not. So
Awesome. Take it.
I'm going to snag that. Yeah, Pierce 2, Sunder, Vicious 3.
Yeah.
Vibro stuff's tough, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've been hit by it before, but I thought they were cumbersome, like cumbersome 3 or 4 or something. But so, hell, yeah, I'm snatching that and taking it with.
Now, of course, the damage stats are going to be different because he's got brawn of 5.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
So it's basically +3 damage.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm only 3. That's still 6. Plus Pierce 2, plus Sunder, plus Vicious 3. So,
Zarek is like, I walked out of this with a long rifle and a really nice axe. I'm a hidden prophet.
Yeah, we
He's
got
got
extra
these 2
shit.
big old weapons crossed across his back. Okay, so the commander basically is asking, what kind of reinforcements did you guys bring with you?
There
You're
are no
looking at it.
reinforcements. This was a stealth job, so to speak.
Ah, very wise. Do we know if the enemy commander is here? The woman in black.
No.
Tell me more. This woman in black.
But yeah, tell us more.
She obviously has got to be a tool of the Empire from the way she was sounding that they were having reinforcements brought on the planet once the fight above the planet was taken care of. And he kind of so do you have any intelligence of when after the commander left with her puppet leader?
General Norris.
Has he been seen?
Not yet.
No, but we have an idea where he might be.
It's possible he's down in the cantina, or he's over in.
I forget the name of the village. The other one, not that the.
This is Talaran, so he's possibly in Ordum.
Ah, yes. He made words that he was heading to a ship that he had hidden in Orem Village. Nothing that could leave the system, but at least something that could get him up into orbit.
Does that include her, do you think, or?
I'm sorry, what?
Does that include her, the captain of this whole thing?
I obviously she's the brains behind this operation, because she's issuing orders to him as well as to that Wookiee, and he kind of like looks at the dead Wookiee on the floor and just has this embarrassed moment, because you can see he's been roughed up pretty bad.
He's just sleeping.
He's not looking too good.
He's just sleeping.
Is she
Deeply.
off planet 2, do you think?
I'm sure if anything was to happen, she would be the first one to leave, leaving him behind. She seems to have that kind of leadership style, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but chances are they're still on the planet side, considering how everything is being shot down.
Captain, yeah, we need to stop her from getting off planet. That's for sure.
Is the colonel shooting down vessels? As soon as you say that shooting down part, he gets really concerned.
Yeah, the planet's sort of on lockdown. The separatists are pretty much destroying anything that tries to take off.
Damn it! That means they've gotten a hold of the orbital defense systems.
Is that the
And of
one in
course-
the first village we were in?
Uh-huh.
Actually,
Jannog needs to get a hold of a couple more.
Yeah.
Actually, we took
Working on
the
that, guys.
one
Hold on.
at Fort.
We've taken 2 of them down, right?
No,
Yeah,
one.
we've taken one of them down. There's one here, isn't there?
Yep.
Plus, we need to make our way to the purple building in town.
Yeah.
So and he kind of like looks around, and I'm assuming Jannog gets his attention of the whole. Yeah, I've been hacking those. As
Yeah.
he's like, you need to take those offline immediately, because they could be shooting down civilian craft.
Yeah. I know.
We're working on that.
Doing all we can here, Captain. Doing all we can. We
And
need to
he-
get your codes. We need to get your codes back to the base.
As he's like, so did you bring a skimmer or a watercraft?
Of sorts. We did, but
Sank on the way in.
2 of them sank.
Have you secured the village so we can take the roads?
Nope, you were
Oh,
our first
next
concern.
stop.
Oh, when you say that, he kind of like puffs up, takes this like regal commander look and he gives Uma the nod. You know, the nod.
I smile.
And he looks over to Lena, Master Jedi. I swear to you, as soon as we get back to the fort, I'll have my med droid personally tend to your wounds to make sure you're back in fighting condition.
I would certainly appreciate that.
Over comms, I'm like, are you guys throwing a party in there, or are we leaving sometime soon?
Have you dispatched the threat out there, or are you just going to take pot shots at it again?
Nothing
Smile.
yet,
First, what are we
but
gonna
some
do with
backup
these
would be
2?
nice.
What are we going to do with these 2?
I point toward the door. You 2, in there.
And they kind of sulkingly go in there, and then they kind of gesture at the 2 unconscious guys of, do we drag them with?
Yeah, you're bringing
Yes.
them with you too. Yep.
And each one of them grab one of the guys and just start kind of dragging them into the room.
Janong, you want to do the honors of locking them in there, and I'll go outside and back up Zarek?
Absolutely.
All right, so I'm going to stealth before going outside, Jim, and I'm going to make my way to behind this here barrier. Yeah, it looks like a good spot.
Okay. So go ahead and give me a stealth roll. Don't roll yet, though.
Okay, say when.
Don't be an Uma and just mash the button real fast. I'm gonna stealth. Boom.
Yeah, I'm click happy.
Okay, go for it. She really is click happy.
I've noticed.
If you give her a
Holy
button,
cow.
wow.
You get to press the
I
button.
didn't even see him sneak behind the barrier.
Sweet.
And all of a sudden, Jedi, wounded and all, pops out of nowhere.
I'm like,
Okay.
was that a breeze?
So I will give you for your triumph that you can see the Trandoshan.
That's exactly what I was going to ask for, as a matter of fact. So yeah,
Okay, it's triumph. So you are being super sneaky, and you are one with the Force, and you're basically
the Force is
feeling
one with
out
me.
with the Force, so that you seem to be invisible to the Force. It's almost like maybe if you wanted to spend the experience points to become a Jedi Shadow, you totally would have the instinct to do that. And as you do, let me drop into the GM's map.
Some of the what's that? There's like an illusion ability now, right?
The manipulation one.
Yeah.
You make them see and hear what they want.
Yeah.
So you immediately notice the sniper sitting right over here against the rocks with a beeline ready to shoot somebody coming out of here. He's hidden pretty good. So good, your buddy wasn't seeing him, but he doesn't seem the type of sniper that shoots the first guy out the door. He wants to let, some more people like the second guy get shot.
Sucker them in, so to
So
speak.
I'm gonna quietly from my stealthy position calm to everyone. Those inside, stay inside. He's trained on the door, and Zarek, he's about 25 meters. Are we doing meters in this, or are we doing feet? 25
Sure, we
feet.
can do meters. It's
Okay,
Star
so-
Wars.
Yeah, so we'll, he's 25 meters directly south of me on top of the ridge.
I take a quick double take, looking around behind me, like, where in the hell did he come from? Where did she come from? How do you?
And I'm not seeing the sniper or my teammate.
Yeah. How is she seeing this shit? Where is she?
She's the
Gotta
knight.
be a Jedi thing. It's gotta be a Jedi thing.
So
She clouded your mind.
right. So I'm like bringing up the rifle, scoping.
Okay, and once it's been pointed out to you, you kind of realize, oh yeah, that's not a rock, but a sniper that's pretty much pointing the rifle just over your shoulder at the doorway.
So it's a lizard sunning at night. All right.
Problem is, you got all that light behind you, so it's casting weird shadows. Doesn't help.
What's the range there? What are we at?
So it's in the long range distance.
Okay. Okay. Well, let me think. All I got
Are
is.
you gonna try to take a shot?
Well, yeah.
Do it, dude.
I mean, I could throw the vibro axe, but that would.
Nah.
So
I challenged you.
Well, I mean, I do have what's the ability? Strong arm. So treat thrown weapons as if they had one greater range. So.
Unfortunately, the vibro axe is not really a aerodynamic throwing weapon.
All right, so natural marksman, no, strong arm, no, sidestep, no, point blank doesn't help on that. So yeah, we're just doing a good shot, and I see you already flipped a die there. So, but
I did.
I am aiming. So.
Okay, so I got a blue in there for you.
All right, so we ready?
Yep.
All
As you're lining up a shot, and you're just like, he'll never see it coming.
Oh.
Nice. So, of course, your shot rings true, nails the Trandoshan pretty much, center mass. What do you want to use that triumph for, by the way?
Make him fall off the rock.
His weapon? Yeah, I was going to say his weapon falls or he falls.
Shoot the rock out from underneath
Him
him.
falling would kill him, probably.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
fall damage sucks in Star Wars.
Fall damage seriously sucks.
Does. So, is he perched near the edge?
We will say for a triumph he is.
All right, then. I guess we'll do that. That way I don't have to take out his weapon.
Okay, you shoot the rock just underneath him with that great shot, and immediately he just does the classic stuntman dive. They throw the rifle and then they dive right behind it, and you just see this like splat as the body is somewhere in this area, which by the way is lower than you guys because it's like low tides beach, and right now it's low tide.
All right, well.
So he gets stuck like a lawn dart in the sand.
That's good for him.
Don't worry, the local crustaceans will take care of him in the morning.
Yeah.
Space crawdads. Okay,
the initial threats handled.
I would just like to take this time right now to slow clap for Zarek for finally shooting something.
No, I've shot things. I just can't seem to use my repulsor fist for shit.
And
I shoot
it didn't
shit
break. And it didn't break.
So yeah.
He has a code of conduct to not hit Wookiees no matter how enraged they are at him.
I just haven't been able to. I mean, that's my real original class that I have more points in, and I can't hit shit lately. But I'm shooting
he was
fine.
Startled that this Wookiee was startled.
Right? Yeah, it's like shit. The fear worked.
He's like, just the Wookiee had the gall if you're going to fist fight a Wookiee. Is that how you got those cybernetic arms in the first place?
Yeah. Right? All right. So yeah, I'm radioing like, okay, if we're going to move, we need to move now. The threats eliminated. And if I can, I will move up to here and peer down the road there so I can assess for any other traffic.
And by the way, at this point, Janag has figured it out on the computers how to turn off the lights. If you'd like to turn off the soccer stadium lights.
Yes, please.
Click, and all of a sudden it gets super dark.
Thanks. Finally.
Okay, so the commander, of course, he's asking, what is your plan? Should I stay here and protect the civilians? Do you want us to attempt to try to run through town to get to the fort? What do you want to do? I don't want to step on whatever plans you have going, because it seems like you guys are a well-organized organization of guys.
There has to be civilians, don't there? So I was going to say we could just send him back on a watercraft, one of the watercrafts, but yeah, damn civilians.
You could try to talk him into that. I mean, he seems a little resistant, so someone would have to coerce him into it, or charm him or deceive him into it. But it's doable.
I say we give him and the civilians the guns that we've collected up that we don't need. This is a pretty defensible area. Why don't we clear a path through town? Since we need to go into town anyway to find the family being held up at the shelter.
Uh-huh.
And,
and get to the defense gun placement.
Yep. So we'll forge a path ahead, and then we'll signal back to you to head on out so you can get back to the fort.
And he's like, okay, I will take command of the situation, and he basically is telling them to pull out some of the items in the building and put them outside his fortifications, so it's extra fortified.
Right.
So that way,
sound like he's a hero protecting the civilians.
Right.
Yeah. Give him whatever, man. You'll get a medal for it.
And Alina, as you're getting ready to head it off, the commander kind of like gestures for you to come close to him real quick so he can whisper something to you. Whisper. I'm your biggest fan. No. All of a sudden, he gets this like super serious demeanor once he's got the rest of the group out of earshot. And he basically, confirms your suspicion that I do believe the woman in black is a Sith warrior.
Well, she will have been a Sith warrior by the time I'm through with her.
Wow.
And he kind of like puts the commanderly hand on your shoulder of like, may the force be with you.
And you, Captain.
By the way, any stim packs laying around inside the building by chance?
Mm-hmm.
No, unfortunately, that stuff got cleaned out already. Damn separatists. Stealing everything not nailed down.
Okay. Just
That's all right. It's all right. I'm at half health.
You're fine. You're fine. Quit being a baby.
If you lose this torso, he'll build you a new one.
right.
Hey, it worked for Darth Maul.
Because I still have like one more, I think. I know I have at least one more, but I can't remember how many total stim packs we had.
Hold on to it. I mean,
that's what I'm doing, because, I'm at 12 out of 17, so I'd rather...
We're bruised, we're battered, but we're doing okay.
He's like, I'm going to hold on to it in case I need it.
Well,
Right.
Exactly. I mean,
In
she's
case I'm
nice enough.
dying, it's in this pocket.
She's a nice enough gal, but, kind of, take care of myself. Or I might have to use it on... Or I might have to use it on Uma, because, I'm kind of indebted to Uma, so, gotta take care of my charge.
Aww. Okay, so you guys
We've
are double
gone beyond
timing
the
it down
whole,
the road.
We're compatriots.
We're heading on down the road, nice and stealthy like.
Okay, doing the whole super sneaky. So you guys, seem to be safe. You're kind of paranoid at any little animal that moves on the rock face. You think is a sniper. You got your nerves are kind of going because you're thinking any second you'll be shot at. So you guys can get to right about here.
Right about where now?
I'm there.
Hold on, I gotta move my map. Okay.
Right about there.
Right about there, and you're seeing at this point the lights of the town are kind of popping up through the little canyon area, and you can see that the town is lit up. They've got the town's lights going. There's some like really cutesy little decorative lights that go between buildings for some reason, probably just the electrical lines, and they have lights to make sure nobody hits it with a flying vehicle. So as you guys get closer, you do see that there is people moving about out there. Now, the question is, does someone want to send their probe out ahead?
I was going to say, can we...
Yeah, where's the gun placement? Is that the gun placement?
Yeah, number 3.
Let me zoom my map out. Yep, number 3 is the gun placement.
Do we know where the shelter is?
The house that you're looking for?
Somewhere in there.
Basically, it's in this neighborhood.
Good call.
All right. Cool. So that's good. It's near the gun emplacement. That makes me happy.
Okay, so is Najag?
Yeah. So I'll send out my little buddy. Be free and learn lots of stuff.
Okay, so the probe goes shooshing out there in as quiet mode as it can. But bam! As all of us in the town gets really popular.
Whoa.
So you do notice that there's a couple vehicles in town. As I need to make sure I get to the right thing. Basically, there's a vehicle here. You know what? I'll even mark the map with them.
What was that noise there, JC?
I don't know, man.
So we got a little vehicle there.
Oh.
We got a vehicle here. We got a vehicle here.
What size are these vehicles?
These are basically just regular speeders, so you could easily get 4 to 6 people in it. It's classic A New Hope speeder, like Luke had. And over here, there seems to be a trio of speeder bikes, like swoop gangers use, or people who can't really afford a full speeder and want something to get from place A to place B. So you do realize there's some folks working outside. When your probe comes along, they look kind of civilian-y. You think they're civilians, but then again, they could be just wearing their regular clothes. And they're working on some equipment that looks like it got all blasted up. There's a bit of a firefight there, and they're basically trying to fix what's there.
Right.
There's a duo of guards that look like they're either just smoking and hanging out or they're watching them. You're not quite sure. It could be either way. You have a guy over here sitting in like a rocking chair out on the little shop's deck, and he's basically supervising and barking orders. He looks to have a very serious looking rifle on his lap. And he has dark vision goggles on his helmet, by the way.
Of course it is.
Dark vision goggles. We want those.
He's now been
Which
marked.
guy?
This guy over here, the Deveronian looking guy.
I was going to say
Who happens to be
Deveronian or
Deveronian. And he's got a couple guys up there, and they just seem to be just like jaw jacking, even though it's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's not too cold. It's not too hot. You see, these guys here on this building are very serious about guarding the entranceway, but that's mainly because this is a business, so there's probably good stealable stuff. They seem to be like actually on guard. So for 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, this place is very, very occupied on the streets right now.
yeah.
It's happened.
It's almost like they expect to be attacked at any moment.
Well, there's a party. We weren't invited.
And it doesn't help that right here, this tower occasionally discharges, blowing shit up. So everybody like cringes when you see the cannon go off because they're like any second waiting for a Star Destroyer to land on this fucking town. Because when one blows up shit above their head, stuff falls down.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Madness.
Funny how that works.
And you do
It's
see
gravity.
over here, when your probe finishes its little reconnoiter, that over here is where they're basically stacking up bodies of people who have been shot.
Oh,
Well,
So
Nice.
there is a
Recycling
good
center.
the people who have been shot, do they look like townsfolk or do they look like combatants?
as Uma's like popping her head into your data pad. It looks like a mixture of Republic soldiers and civilians.
Okay.
So it looks like these guys are pretty indiscriminate popping shots off for a bunch
Yeah.
of revolutionaries here to save the planet.
Well, if they win, they get the right to history. So
right.
They don't call it lose story.
So yeah, we're walking into a cluster.
You think?
Hey, I'm letting you know what I see on the data pad. You don't want to hear the way my descriptive terms are.
Yeah. Well, it was obviously the oof.
Oof is a very descriptive term.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty fucked up.
All right,
So we've got
I can
the-
see 9 bad
weapon.
guys.
And remember, each one of these are 2 guys.
Right. That's what I mean. That's 8 plus the one dude is
Yeah.
9.
Yep.
Dude,
Yeah,
with
no problem. We got this all day.
this- like send in the Jedi. It'll be done before dawn.
Yeah, like just go in
Yeah.
there, negotiate. Some peace treaty shit. It'll be fine.
Yeah. I'm not like the negotiating type.
We've
know.
noticed.
I'm
You
the
know.
stabby type.
So what's this big? Is that McDonald's, the Golden Arches, or what?
What's that?
Golden arches.
The M.
Yeah, that's the location that the Purple House is at.
Right.
Okay.
It's where the sister and the daughters are that we need to rescue.
All right, so I bring back my little
Your
buddy.
little probe goes,
He's throwing everything in the dirt. No.
It's wanting positive reinforcement for going out there and doing its job properly.
I love my little droid. He does the best. Like I'm like zeros and ones, like telling him how cool he is and how great he did and how stealthy he was. I was so proud.
Aw.
So,
You can practically hear it purring.
how many humans do we have?
I mean,
How
what?
many what?
Humans?
In the
How
group?
many of you in the group are
Group.
humans?
In the group. Am I
You?
really human?
You?
Oh, shit.
You guys did notice, I mean, the Separatist soldiers aren't just human. They're like a very eclectic hodgepodge of different
They're
races.
not imperial.
All right, so
Yeah.
let's go back up to the base. Or back up to the
Take
fort up
uniforms.
here. Let's grab those uniforms off the 4 dudes that we locked up in here. Let's dress up as separatists.
Okay.
That'll at least allow us to march into town. Hey, where are the reinforcements that have been sent in? And maybe we can get the jump on them, get into position before the fighting starts.
Okay, so you guys head back up. You're like, hey, Commander, we need their clothes. Tell the guys, take off your clothes.
Yeah.
Take off
Because
your boots, your pants. What was it? Your boots, your
give me your boots, your pants, and your jacket.
Your car.
And that was Bill Paxton he was taking them from, too.
Yep.
Well, you two can dress up. I'm not going to get away with that, but I do have the armor that belonged to somebody they knew, so or might have known as part of the Separatists.
So your armor can be pulled off. That may be why you weren't flat out shot earlier, too.
True.
Because you put on the armor from the guy that was at the beach, and that's kind of the color scheme they're going for those who actually have decent weapons and armor.
Yep. So I'm good the way I am.
Okay, so you guys go and do the quick change bit. Hey, we'll be back for our clothes. So you guys basically come strolling down the street a little while later.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys are walking into town.
Yeah,
right?
sure. Whatever. What better plan can there be?
Okay. So
I'm
you guys
going
get
with her.
about right here. You're kind of walking casual.
Right to where? Did you say like to right to there?
Yep, to like right to there.
All right. Yep.
Okay. Are the rest of you coming or no?
Yes, I'm just give us
Okay.
a sec.
I mean, even
I was just wondering because the fly casual works sometimes. Sometimes people just don't trust it.
Janog could still put on parts of the uniform to match in. So
Yeah.
So you guys pretty much come kind of fly casual in there. As these folks working on the machines kind of look at you and then they get right back to their work, almost like they don't want you to beat them as you're walking up. But these two guys kind of jump off the thing and kind of like casually. It's almost you can almost see the chewing of the bubble gum as they kind of like jump down to basically look you guys over. But you guys seem to be cool. This guy, he kind of gets off his chair and kind of stands like he's, ready. These two guys seem to think, hey, they got this under control. I don't need to, stop smoking my sticks. Maybe they're even death sticks.
Kind of glad as we're getting closer,
We could only hope.
And the guy that this seems to be the suave one of the pair basically kind of gives you the hey guys, kind of wave over his head of, so how are things over at the point there?
Well, they would have seen the lights, right?
Yeah.
Just some electrical issues. Nothing to worry about.
So we scavenged up some more meat if you want to bring it to the sergeant up there before he tries to eat one of you guys.
That's a good idea.
Wait, he's just a sergeant?
Yeah.
Well, we all know they call him Sarge, but he basically is in charge of whatever he wants to be in charge of.
Mm.
Yeah, it might calm him down. He was pretty pissed about the lights.
So they basically gesture that, hey, if you want, you can go over here. They've got a little dispensary set up inside the store that you can just take what you want. Just take what you want.
Don't mind if I do.
Okay, well, I'm following Alina's lead here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Alina, do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Or who's talking the most?
I would say not me.
Okay.
Uma,
Me.
you're
So-
the talker, aren't you?
Uma, go ahead and give
Although
me
I'm in my
a-
disguise as Natuma.
No, that's fine.
You're
But you
not
still have your
Uma
skills.
disguise. Give
still
me
have
a
your
roll
skills.
for your deception as you're flying casual here, leading the group.
Okay.
I've got a whopping 3 green in deception.
Nice.
So,
Ryan!
Wow.
So this explains why things going so smoothly. As Uma's just like, these are my kind of villains. I fit in with this crowd. As they're just like, Uma comes up and just knuckle bumps one of the guys, blending completely in with them, and they're just like kind of looking at Uma's butt in the outfit. They approve. So they kind of go back to the commander, their commander, I should say, and kind of just, hey, they're from the point, they're cool. And he's just like, okay, and he just stands there watching you guys walk right past him. And
Nice.
he kind of makes some little offhand comment over to the folks over here that they need to get those generators going before dawn because they need to get the shield up here.
Hmm.
So where are you guys heading?
So yeah, I'm kind of just walking in front of the store, waiting for Captain to catch up here.
Oh.
Okay, so do we want to talk to the people first, or do we want to disable the thing first?
I don't think we're going to be able to disable the turret without getting into combat.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, here's what I was thinking.
Or if there was diversion.
They want these generators fixed?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what if I air quote fix it,
them?
but set it to fail? So because if it's a generator for shields, it's got to be on a pretty main thing, and then
it's the power supply for this whole community, including that weapon. Yes.
Yeah.
So why don't we go see what this shop is like? Maybe we can get the shields up and then convince them that we can hang out. They can hang out and relax in the shop. Lock them in there, and then we don't have to fight them.
Look at the Jedi trying to be peaceable and not
E
take
for
casual.
effort. I'll give you E for effort.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna just go right in there, but yeah. But first, yeah, you could go try to repair it. But look, I'm kind of wave it.
Let's
John,
go into the shop.
what are these guys doing?
Because they said we could take what we want. Who knows? Maybe they have some
Let's go
stuff
take
back.
a look. Let's go take a look what kind of supplies they have.
So we're gonna
Okay,
push
so-
her.
so-
So we're gonna push her luck first.
So is Janag going to go ahead and separate from the group and say,
I
hey,
could
let me...
say,
No.
I mean, because my deception was so good. If you want, when we're
No,
ready, I can say,
I
hey,
don't
my
think I'll
guys.
separate
good.
it this time. I think I'll wait until we're inside to... See, I just don't want to go in there because I smell that they're going to be like, haha, and close the door.
Or there could be
Triumph on my
somebody in there
deception.
that
You
there
did.
could be-
I'll
You
go
did.
in. How about that? I'll go in.
No,
there
I
could
mean,
be
you
more
guys
you
people
did
in
good
there that we
triumph.
don't want to interact with at the moment. But hey,
Yeah, so, you did get a triumph, so let's go in. And then that's when I can tell them about doing the generator thing.
Well, I could say, I got one of my guys here. He's really good at that kind of shit.
yeah, but that's coming
Do-
back
do
out
you do
talking
that?
to the sergeant. But okay,
I mean, I can do that when we're ready.
yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
like, when Chong's ready to work his magic, I can play that card.
All right. Well, let's go take a look, see if we can get past the stern guards.
So, Jim, none of these civilians are kids, right?
No, they're adult folks.
Okay. So we're thinking that the sister and the 2 daughters are safe hiding out in here.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Or they've already been sold off world to slaves. You never know.
Nope, they can't get off
Oh,
world
wait.
right now.
We're hoping that they haven't been found yet, but
Sometimes you don't want to be a foundling.
Right. All right, Uma, lead the way in
Okay,
past these
so
two.
you guys are heading to the dispensary.
Sure.
Okay, so you guys basically see what looks to be at one point it looks like an area where there's stalls inside of a big indoor shop. So it's sort of like an indoor swap meet where different folks can come and sell their wares in different stalls. You can clearly see how they've like smashed a bunch of them and moved them aside to make open space. And there's a bunch of cots laid out so that way the folks here can actually get some Z's if they need to sleep. And there's a couple of folks rolling around snoring.
Okay, and are those folks civilians or are they soldiers?
You have a feeling that most of them are soldiers, and a few might be local folks that the soldiers have adopted, taken in even. Conscripted, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
All right, can we clearly identify which of them have been conscripted? Are they like tied down or anything, or
Oh no,
chained?
it's just they're wearing local clothing, which looks very think Waterworld. At this point,
Okay.
the clothes are very, very homespunny, so it's easy to identify the ones that are locals. Now, however, if they may be locals who have joined the Separatists because they did push to do the whole "Hey, we're here to free your
They've been
planet,
recruiting,
join
yeah.
us."
So
Not to
some are
mention
armed and stuff.
The locals are like fanboying and fangirling to want to join the group.
Yeah. So
And
some
you
are
see like
armed.
rifles under cots and stuff.
Yeah.
So there are weapons here. But
Okay.
the main thing is you see that there's a chow line that if you want to get food, there's food being cooked.
Yeah.
you know,
Any stim packs?
There does seem to be like a quickie little first aid tent corner set up where they've got just like assorted medical supplies dumped on tables.
Excellent.
And then one or two folks kind of patching up anybody that needs it to be patched up. Mainly they're sort of like cold compressing somebody that's wounded on a cot.
Can we take a couple of the stim packs?
Do you want to go up and try?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Let me see what my. Would that be stealth?
Or maybe they
Oh,
have a physician's kit and can actually repair.
Yeah, I mean, hey, can you take a look at my guy here?
Yeah.
And immediately one of the medics are like, yeah, come on over, and like turns on like 15 different lights that light up the area. Let me look at that. And they're like, oof, what did you mess with? Did you go swimming with one of the diamond sharks out here?
Yeah, mouthed off to the Sarge up there.
Okay.
Oh, then you're lucky to only have this little scratch then.
You tell me.
So it looks like somebody did a pretty good job patching you up already. I mean, there doesn't seem to be much more I can do than other than just give you a stim pack. Yeah, you haven't had one of these today yet, have you?
No, I wish. I really need them back kind of like in better form, So
Alina, you're immediately they're gonna slap another stim pack on you to heal you back for 4 more wounds. Let you know that somebody did an okay job dressing this wound. Definitely tomorrow, after you've had some time to mend and let the stim pack do its job, feel free to come back and have me redress that properly. It looks like somebody may have watched like a HoloNet video of how to be a doctor when they did it.
yeah, well, the Wookiee was kind of like watching, so it was a slipshod job just to, keep her in pieces. We didn't want to.
Keep her in one piece instead of pieces.
I hear you there. I've heard some bad stories of what the Wookiee's done for our cause. And you get the feeling that this medic doesn't like the Wookiee, and the Wookiee is not part of the cause from the way that gets said, by the way.
We have, Sergeant, I should say. Oh. Okay, well, thanks much.
And they're like, well, make sure you grab yourself some extra blaster packs, and you know what? And the guy kind of like looks around at you guys. Go ahead and grab a handful of stim packs off the medical supply table. Nice. Keep it between us.
Thank you. Being around the sergeant seems to have a bit of risk involved, so we greatly appreciate it. Thanks, dudes.
Well, if nothing else, you may want to bring some extra food up there. You know what they say. A well-fed Wookiee is a happy Wookiee. Or hope that there's leaves in the forest.
Is it fair to say one stim pack each, or how many?
How greedy do you get?
We're not going to get super greedy. No, definitely
Yeah,
not.
because
We
these
don't want to
people
draw
actually
suspicion.
still need it.
Could try for a
One
couple
each. Yeah.
try for a couple. What the
Okay, so you grab 4 of them, and he kind of like smiles as you watch you grab a handful, and gives you the friendly nod of make sure you take care of that wound.
Yep, absolutely.
We need
And we
all
also
the help
take some
we
of the-
can.
The what is it? The weapon packs,
Blaster packs.
blaster packs.
There conveniently is a blaster pack for each of the style of weapons you have. If you want to grab a spare magazine.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And as Janag covertly was saying, checking the lock on the door. Give me a mechanics roll really quick. Let me set the difficulty to way easier than it is now. Go for it when you're ready. So
What,
apparently,
Really, dude?
Janag is trying to be so covert that he's not quite able to make it out with the bad lighting going on because there's only like half the lights are on in this place, and he just knows that there's a door and it has some locks, and currently it seems to be powered down at the moment,
Wow, dude.
henceforth why they got 4 guys covering the door. Maybe if the generator's up, the locks will be more noticeable and accessible.
Right. That's nice. That was great. I couldn't have planned that any better.
What would you like to use with your one advantage?
I'll take back 1 strain.
Yeah.
Because you were so casual in your glance of like, it's a door. Maybe if I can get to that generator and turn it on, I can see the lock.
Right?
Okay, so you guys, you're getting a really chill feel here of folks are basically eating and sleeping, and they seem to be very ragtag, and most of the folks in here are for the cause. They want to free this planet from the Republic's oppressive, horribly politically controllingness. Most of the folks that are here at this point are basically here because this is the frontier, and they don't want to be told what to do.
Hey, I get that.
Especially the graffiti you're seeing being tagged on stuff of "Let Ord Mantell manage Ord Mantell."
Jeez.
No taxation without representation.
Word. Which is the problem is Ord Mantell is starting to become gentrified, and some people are taking offense to it.
Ah. All right. Well, shit.
Everybody loves when it's a star marshal in town. Nobody likes it when it's a Republic commander in charge. So you guys are getting to enjoy a little bit of downtime. And since Kelly keeps yawning and it's almost 9 o'clock,
Yeah,
it's probably a good place to wrap it up there.
Yeah.
As you guys can take some time to sit on cots in a little semicircle with each other and discuss exactly what it is that you're going to do as you're seeing a different side to the Uprising guys.
Okay.
Yeah, these guys got it pretty good, man. Might be worth joining. No.
Yeah.
I mean, turn off the aerial defense weapons and we might leave in peace.
Yeah,
Right.
these guys are most likely to steal my ship. Well, I totally sympathize with their cause. I got my own shit.
So can these turrets be pointed downward?
I know, unfortunately, they're only aerial defense.
All right.
All right, guys, I gotta
Have a
do
good
it.
night.
All right.
All right, guys, so that's going to be a good place to wrap it up there.
Yep.
And then I'll let you plot some more.
All right.
Yeah.
Any,
How bold do we really want to be here?
Any juicy experience points?
Oh yeah.
There
How about
is.
that?
Is Kelly still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Hold on, I gotta reopen
you-
it so I can mark it down.
You're adorable. So you have rescued the commander. So basically 20 experience points.
Oh shit!
Because
Great.
you guys learned some shit. You did some shit. You've managed to infiltrate the city, or I should say the township, because really it's barely a township. But yeah,
That's juicy because I saved the last 10.
I had 15
you know,
left over from last time, so cool.
I had 5 left over, but yeah, I'm picturing myself doing some pretty good stuff with the now 25 that I have available.
Okay. All right, I added the 20 to my number, and now I'm going to be.
All right. Have a
All
good
right.
one.
Bye.
Good
all
night.
right.
Yep. Good night, gang.
Later, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.